test, test, test. Test, 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 test.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yes, we're good. All right, you ready?
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jack and Chesco in the morning.
See, we figured out the problem before we started our show this time.
Exactly. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to week 3 of Jack and Chesco in the morning. How you guys doing today? Really quick, just want to say at least thank you to everyone who listened to my show this week. I know it's been a while since I've done Fantasy Ghosts. I've had a really weird schedule. I had a really rough time right now. I've been down in the trenches a little bit, but you know what? As my boy Kid Cudi says, you know, I'll be fine once I get it, and I'll be good. I mean it. But anyway, good morning, Pauly.
Yes.
Talk to the people.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a very wonderful Sunday morning. Today we have a very special episode lined up. We were talking about this last episode just a little bit. We came up with this idea, like last episode, where we're just going to talk about celebrities that we like, that we dislike, and why. Because just talking to Cesco, he has a lot of thoughts about a lot of celebrities.
I do. Man. So how are we going to do this, Pauly? So, I mean, well, personally, I have a list. So I have a list of celebrities that I currently dislike, but I want to start by going over celebrities that, to quote the Queen, knew were trouble when they walked in. I knew that these celebrities were bad people.
He called it.
I called it. I've been low-key preying on their downfall, but some of the crimes they committed, it's just like I feel very bad for the crimes. One of them. The other two are just embarrassing. But like, you know, I feel terrible for the people that are affected by this. But I just, you know, it's that meme of like, what's the guy in the suit where he's standing like this? And
Patrick Bateman?
No, it's not Patrick Bateman. It's a black guy. And it's like he's like standing in the suit and he's like giving the look.
Sparkles that champagne?
Is that what it is? I don't know. If Tristan's
Shannon
listening,
Sharp?
I forgot what Tristan would know.
Shannon
If Tristan was listening, it's his Discord profile picture, but the caption it's like, when a celebrity you hate for no reason.
Shannon Sharp,
like,
I think.
Is that what it is?
I think so. It looks like Shannon Sharp.
But like my best friend would know this. It's just like profile picture on everything. And it's like when like a celebrity that you dislike somehow goes to yeah. It's not that, but I love that picture. I love that picture so much.
It's not this one, though.
It's not that one.
Okay.
It's not that one. While you're talking, I'll pull up the picture. But it's like when a celebrity that you dislike for no reason is starting to get canceled, and you start to. It's like literally me. But I know Pauly also has. So we're gonna talk about celebrities. Do you have any celebrities that you called were bad people before they were?
No, I think when it comes to celebrities, for me, I just don't pay attention to them really until they affect me. But I have a list. Most of them are, because I was just coming up with this list like last night at like midnight. A bunch of them are music related. There's not a lot on here. A bunch of them are music related, and then there's one that I have a story about.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. No, I'm not going to tell that story. It's not negative. It's like, case in point, I met one of my favorite artists, and he was just like kind of weird, but like I feel like, but like everyone kind of knows he's weird in public. I won't say who, but I think people can put together who that might be. But
I can't.
Oh, it'll stay a mystery. So, yeah. I mean, let's get into it. I know, but the other thing, is that you want to end your list with top 10.
Oh yes,
people. Top 5, top 3,
no, top 3 white people. Top 3 white people. I have a list, and Cesco has 2 of the 3. The third one will come.
The third one will come.
Yeah.
But like, basically, the case in point is that a lot of these people that commit these atrocities are white people, and you know, there's some good people, good people. So, who wants to start? I can go. But
you go first. You go first.
Okay, so should I go by one celebrity or like do all three at once? Because this is like celebrities that I knew.
Oh, that you called.
Yeah.
Just do all three. Why not?
Okay. First one. We'll go off the most recent one, and that's Justin Roiland. So Justin Roiland, this is what I mentioned earlier, that like I feel a lot of sympathy for the people that were affected. I feel a lot of, I just feel really bad. But as someone who has always thought Rick and Morty was not that funny, and someone who always knew that Justin Roiland humor was just, oh my God, guys, I'm in a scrawny little boy voice, and I'm referencing Thing from Thing. Like, Thing from Thing, right? Like Thing from this period of time. Like, it really stood out at the time. Or it was really weird. It also influenced this other thing and this other thing. And it's just like, bro was never funny. Bro was never this, like, comedic genius. He just said the same joke over and over and over and over again. And but the types of jokes that, like, and people were saying this with everything going on, is that, like, the way these jokes are on Rick and Morty, it's like, who comes up with this shit? It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, they're
definitely, like, high, and then they just go into the writer's room and then just write dumb shit, and they're like, dude, this will be so funny.
Guys, let's do, like,
and then
incest,
their fan base will eat it up.
Yeah. And then, oh my God, I put something on I made something on, like, my friend's story. And I was just, like, my friend's only story, where I'm like, if you don't know what happened recently with Justin Roiland, he was convicted of false imprisonment charges and I believe other. But I know false imprisonment was the big one. And, but his DMs got leaked with one of the people.
Ruh-roh.
And did you read the DMs, Pauly?
No, I didn't.
Do not. Well, because here's the thing. He talks just like a Rick and Morty fan would.
That's disgusting.
Like he talks just like the fans that they have, like, low-key been making fun of for all of these years. Him and Dan Harmon. I like Dan Harmon, by the way. I mean, if Dan Harmon was not here, we wouldn't have this show, low-key.
Why?
Just Community.
Oh, yeah, Community. Maybe just the name of the show.
Yeah, the name. But, like, I don't know. Dude, he's a weird dude, and I hope justice is served for the person affected.
Yep.
Next person. Oh yeah,
nice call.
We're gonna get
He's like Babe Ruth. He goes like this.
Next one. I'm gonna need you to tag team me on this one.
Tag team.
When I say the name, you tag in. James Corden. All right, Pauly. I know we've shared a dislike for James Corden.
Yep.
Quite some time. And heads up, I have a lot of late night talk show hosts, and I
have one late night talk show host on here. It's not James Corden though.
Okay. I pray that it's not the one I'm thinking, because there's one.
Probably not.
There's one late night host that I will defend with my life, and
Ooh.
So we'll see when we get there. James Corden, I always knew was a piece of shit. He was never funny. His whole joke was, I'm a charming little fat guy, and I can stand out because I come off as.
I also hate when he sings.
Oh my God. Didn't he, like, get on someone's ass for car karaoke where, like, a YouTuber did it and he got, like,
Didn't
mad?
Apple buy car karaoke, like, the rights to it or something?
Is that true?
I think so. I don't know.
James Corden just was never. And
He's
then,
just
of
like
course,
a strange guy.
he got so. If you don't know the backstory with James Corden, there's a really good video. I think Sunny V2 made this YouTube. He's a good YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny V2 made this video of. I believe it was him. But, like, James Corden started off as, like, a teenage actor on this, like, really big British show, and then, like, stardom went straight to his head. So he'd, like, go to, like, restaurants, treat staff like shit, treat managers like shit, and he still does it to this day. And, like, I don't know, I'm more sympathetic about this because I have, family that my family has worked in the restaurant business for all their life. Mm-hmm. And it's just, like, the amount of effort and the amount of time that is in there just for this pretentious douchebag.
Not to mention he's British douchebag.
Hey, yo! Oh, no. Oh, no. But just to mention that this, like, pretentious D-bag comes in who's making 20 times as much money as, like, the people that are working hard just because he has a recognizable face. And he's treating people like that. I'm sorry, bro. Like, you already rubbed my back. And he's just not funny. He's not charming. He's just annoying. He always like goes on and he like tries to pretend he's this like little happy chubby man. Guys, look at me. I'm James Corden. I'm James Corden. I don't like him.
He's really annoying.
He's really annoying.
And I feel like for some reason he just pops up a lot in movies and TV. Like you'll be watching like, I don't know, The Amazing Race or something, and then boom, James Corden jump scare.
Bullshit.
No,
you're telling me the Top Gear. Okay. I was gonna.
The Top Gear.
Top Gear was the show before the Amazing Race.
No, The Amazing Race is the one where they go around the world. And
I
just he's probably not in that. I just threw that out.
I'm thinking,
but I've watched movies and then I've seen James Corden there for no reason. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you bombing this movie right here?
Cats.
Well, Cats, I think it was kind of doomed from the start right there.
Oh my God. But like James Corden, bro, I can't with James Corden. And if also, real quick, if you guys have any celebrities that you want to share the hate with, feel free to call in our line below.
Yes.
Pauly, how about you give out the number to the people?
Of course, that'd be 714-516-6187.
And if you missed that, you could also check the Chapman Radio website.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's really it for James Corden. And I think the last one, I'll get this quick.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to believe me on this one. I knew Ellen was a piece of shit. Ellen DeGeneres. I knew Ellen DeGeneres was a piece of shit since freshman, sophomore year of high school. It kind of depends on when, sophomore year. Because one of my best friends, if he's listening right now, shout out my boy Mateo. His grandmother works in Hollywood as a makeup artist, and she's won awards. Like, I'm pretty sure she won a Golden Globe.
Wow.
You could find her on IMDb. And she was occasionally called on set of The Ellen Show because some of her clients would go on Ellen. And Mateo told me through his grandmother that Ellen was mean, abrasive, bossy, all these things. And I remember hearing, I'm like, what? But it's Ellen. Like, come on. She can't be that bad. He's like, no, like, she's a shitty person. What do you know? 2 years later, and then someone comes out and says that Ellen was this piece of shit person, terrible working conditions, always mean to her assistants. And I was like, oh my God. See, that one I will admit.
Been known.
That one I will admit. It's not that like James Corden I hated. Ellen DeGeneres,
you didn't call it. It's like you knew. You had the information.
I knew.
You know?
I didn't call it because I was like, come on, it's Ellen. Like, come on. Like, I liked Ellen. She was really sweet, always so happy, a TV icon. And I'm just like, there's no way. And then here I was like, oh shit. And now she just wants, first she comes out and denies everything. And she says, no, this never happened. And then she does it. And like, that's, you know what? I can't stand people that do that, specifically celebrities. I can't believe I'm saying this. Dream, the Minecraft player.
God.
Dude, he literally, someone calls him out for cheating. He goes on this big ass thing saying that he didn't cheat. And then a year later, he comes out and says, oh yeah, I cheated, guys. I'm sorry. Those death threats you guys sent, take them down. Like, come on, dude. Like that, I hate people that will lie and then a year later, just because they're not getting as much fire, will come back and like be like,
Minecraft YouTubers are another like barrel of shit that we. What are you trying to say?
If you guys are watching the VOD right now, you'll see I'm shaking my hands. Sky Does Minecraft was another one that I knew was trouble. And I knew as a kid, everyone looked up to him. Everyone looked up to him. Is it Sky Does Minecraft? Or Sky Does Minecraft. Yeah. Everyone looked up to him. Everyone thought I said, he's not funny. He's not cool. I just don't like him. And everyone gave me shit. And what do you know? He's probably the most abusive YouTuber that you'll ever like hear about. At least one of. You know what he did with his ex? And you know all that shit?
No.
It's so bad.
Oh.
It's so bad. Sky Does Minecraft, I'm sorry. I interrupted. You said Minecraft YouTubers. We went from Ellen to Minecraft YouTubers.
Minecraft YouTubers are like, I don't know, there's something about the audience that Minecraft attracts and the audience of YouTube and the demographic of these people that it's just the perfect recipe for disaster. And then that you see all these dumb Minecraft YouTubers like texting kids and like being pedophiles and like being bad people. I don't know. Very bad stuff.
I feel that because like the Smash Bros community had a huge like pedo outing. Like that's why I stopped playing competitive Smash. Was because there was this huge pedo outing, and there were players that I met in person, players that I like saw, like got a picture with, played Smash Ultimate before it came out, and at E3, and like I was so brokenhearted. Like, specifically Zero, that was crazy. Just this, like, guy from Barbados who came from nothing, went to the top, became one of the most popular, like, fighting game players of all time, just to be outed as a pedo. Like, come on, bro. He was, like, an inspiration to just so many people. And, like, that just broke my heart. And,
damn.
Yeah, I feel you. I think that's it, at least for celebrities that, to quote the Queen, that I will not be talking about today, no matter how many times you guys want to put the Taylor Swift hate allegations on. Celebrities I knew were trouble before they walked in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I have a celebrity I dislike right here. We were talking about late night talk show hosts. I'm going to pull one up. You said there's one that you defend to the death. Is it Jimmy Kimmel?
No, he was on my list too that I was going to talk about.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Rah! Oh, I hate Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay. Let me talk about
Fallon
Jimmy Kimmel.
that I defend with all my heart.
Really?
Fallon off camera is the most chill, lovable dude ever.
Yeah, he's a chill.
I love Jimmy. I would love to meet Jimmy Fallon. He genuinely is just. He's
like
not top 3 white people, but like he's just such a. He's a down to earth guy.
The one thing I'll say about Jimmy Fallon though. He has a Spotify page. I have him blocked on Spotify.
Oh.
Because one time I was just minding my own business about a year ago when Spotify and their dumb recommendations said, "Hey, we think you'd like this song." And it's like Jimmy Fallon and Ariana Grande and Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, this shouldn't exist, and why are you recommending it to me?
Hey.
Blocked.
Blocked. Hey. You do not crap on Ariana Grande, okay?
I'm crapping on Jimmy Fallon.
Okay. You could crap on Megan Thee Stallion. She's
what?
Kind of mid. But anyway, Jimmy Kimmel.
Emily, are you listening to this?
Yo, Emily, you want to come out here? Okay, Jimmy Kimmel.
I
hate Jimmy Kimmel. Let
me get into the...
What?
I hate Jimmy Kimmel. You're like going feral.
I hate Jimmy Kimmel so much, bro.
Okay. My mom listens to a lot or watches a lot of Jimmy Kimmel. But I don't like Jimmy Kimmel there's two camps, 2 reasons why. The first is just the content of his show. It's very neoliberally, and it just really appeals to the neoliberals living in freaking LA and like, oh, ha 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 ha, Trump bad, ha ha ha, middle or Midwest flyover country, ha 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 ha, like that. It's just very lowbrow humor like that to me. The second reason, the more personal reason I have for hating Jimmy Kimmel, and this is just a little bit of a meme, just a little bit of a goof and a gaff. Jimmy Kimmel may be the reason why I, Jack Marshall Pauly, am banned on Twitter.
Why? No. Do we want to open these floodgates? Oh my God.
Let me explain. In fact, exactly 2 years ago today, I was banned on Twitter. I'm suspended on Twitter. @Jack and Pauly is no longer a Twitter account. The last thing I tweeted was something criticizing Jimmy Fallon. Or no, sorry, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, right? So the joke between me and all my friends is that I made fun of Jimmy Kimmel, and then Jimmy Kimmel, he saw my tweet and he sent his goons after me and got my account suspended.
The Kimmel critters.
Yes, the Kimmel critters, the goons. He sent his goons after me, and boom, he sent a hit on me. I'm down, right?
See,
so what? Let me clear this up really quick. I was not banned on Twitter for saying anything bad or racist or.
So what did you say to Kimmel?
Okay, so here's what I said about Kimmel. This was Donald Trump got out of office on 2 days before I was banned on Twitter.
Okay.
Right? And so...
Begrudgingly.
Huh?
Begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Donald Trump went out there like a screaming, crying baby.
Yeah. And Jimmy, like the Jimmy Kimmel, I guess, account posted this really tasteless video, in my opinion, where it was like all these statues, like American statues, dancing to Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Like,
yes, I remember this.
And it was like fucking Martin Luther King statue is like breakdancing to like because Donald Trump is out of office. And I'm like, this is so tasteless. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, you don't do this. These are like actual historic. You can't do this, right? It's fucked up, right? And so I said, quote tweeted, I said, I hate it out here. Jimmy Kimmel saw that and he's like, sick 'em, boys. And then he sent his goons after me and got my account banned. But
I just love how like we could the 2 points that you made, and we're not gonna get too political. I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
But 2 of my excluding Kimmel, 2 of them are for the same reason, where it's just like they just became Donald Trump hate machines to the point where they just stopped being funny. And I just like kind of like, you know, you could.
Is this about Jimmy Kimmel still? Like.
Yeah, I mean, like 2 people, but it's like the fact that you're able to like see, like I feel like not a lot of people saw in the moment that like Jimmy Kimmel was just like, haha, Trump bad, haha, Trump bad, and it's just like we know that, but it's just like we don't watch late night television to like say haha, Trump bad. I'm gonna get shit for this. Okay, let's forget everything that happened with Kanye in the last.
Oh no!
In the last 20, go to his interview in 2018.
Oh, before we move on, before we go too far, I want to clear up why I'm banned on Twitter really quick.
I thought you just explained why you're banned on Twitter.
No, that's the joke that we have, me and my friends, that Jimmy Kimmel sent his goons after me. I was banned, and because I want to clear this up because I wasn't banned for anything bad. I have to explain the story every time I say I'm banned on Twitter. I was suspended out of nowhere. Well, first of all, I had 2 accounts. I had my main account and I had a burner account that I used to like test things because I'd run polls sometimes and I wanted to like run tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
They both used the same email address. First account, it said it was banned for because Twitter thought I was a bot, and Twitter bans accounts that they think are bots, right? Second account was banned for trying to evade a ban. It was banned immediately after the first account was banned, right? So, and Twitter works on a 2-strike rule, where if you get 2 strikes, you cannot appeal your suspension. So, like right then, I got banned for being a bot, supposedly, which I'm not, and B, for trying to evade a ban, which was automatically going to happen because the 2 accounts were linked.
Wow.
So, no Twitter for Jack.
I'm sorry about that, Jack.
No, it's fine. My life's better without Twitter. Go on. What are you going to say about...
So here's the deal. Okay, I'm just going to talk about this in a very, here's the deal. In 2018, Kanye, I think that was his last appearance on Jimmy Kimmel. And Kanye is talking about Ye, you know, the album. And, of course, Jimmy Kimmel has to squeeze in this, Kim went to meet up with Trump. Were you worried that he was going to touch her? Were you worried that he was going to do this? And Kanye's just sitting there, trying to talk about, his album. And it's just, it's just an example of many examples that, Kimmel just, tried to fuel this, hate and, turned late-night television into, just this political shit. And it just got really annoying. I mean, I don't know what you feel.
We're going to say, both of us, on the count of 3, we're going to say the best late-night talk show host. All right? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Eric
Conan
Andre.
O'Brien.
Not bad. I say Eric Andre.
Eric Andre, I think, is just... Okay, he's not traditional late night. You know,
then Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien. Oh, it's Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien, bro.
It's Conan O'Brien.
I fucking love Conan O'Brien.
He's great.
He's so hilarious.
He never, old Conan is mad funny. Before he, did,
all
talk shows.
Conan's great, bro.
Oh, my God.
I think, what's great about him is that his writing... First of all, he's a writer first, right? He's not like a performer. He was literally a writer for, I think, SNL or something.
That's right.
And then they were just like, hey, a late night show spot is opening. Writer, Conan, start doing it.
Well, I got into Conan when I was younger because of the Clueless Gamer segments on YouTube.
Me too.
And the Smash Bros. One killed me. That was like the funniest thing. But so many people, that was the funniest thing.
I love the Clueless Gamer ones where the Super Bowl ones. You remember those?
Yes.
Where you bring like Marshawn Lynch in.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, dude, like so many people got mad at him for the Smash Bros. One. And I was like laughing my ass off because it was just so funny.
I love the GTA 5 one.
The GTA 5 one is so a great one. But I think that's going to
do. I love the remotes he does.
Jimmy Kimmel he's pushes his neoliberal agenda and he's just not funny. And he's just.
Yeah, he's just kind of become a parody of himself.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But I think do we have anything more to say about Jimmy Kimmel?
Well, I have some more to say about Conan O'Brien. I think the writing is just really great, and then what's great about him is that he makes the jokes about himself, right?
But it's not like self-deprecating.
It's not self-deprecating.
It's like not self.
It's like when people are laughing, the joke is on him, right? It's not he's not joking at someone else's expense.
Well,
which I think that makes.
There's one time that the funniest Conan moment is when I think it was Jennifer Garner, and he literally Jennifer Garner says a word that doesn't exist. He's like, that word doesn't exist. Or no. He says a word and she's like, that doesn't exist. Like, I went to Yale. Like, that doesn't, that's not a real word. He literally has his assistant pull out a dictionary and he goes into it and proves her wrong live on TV. It was so funny. Like, he's mad funny.
Yeah,
he's
I
a
miss
great
him on
example.
Late night. I miss him on late night TV.
Yeah, it was sad when he left. It was sad. Do you want to get into the next celebrity?
Sure.
You or?
You go.
Okay, if we're gonna keep up with talk show hosts, I can't stand Trevor Noah.
Really?
I can't stand Trevor Noah.
Have you ever seen his stand-up?
No, his stand-up's good.
His stand-up's great.
But I hate his late night show. I feel like he kind of on the same reason. It's just like late night television just kind of became like a haha Trump is bad thing.
But Trevor Noah does and his team does actual investigative journalism, which
is that the deal?
Yeah.
Well, he just always came off as really snobby and annoying.
I mean, did you watch the Daily Show with Jon Stewart for him?
No.
No?
Oh no, I did.
Okay.
I was thinking of John Oliver, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just
John Oliver's also good.
Trevor Noah just comes off as really snobby to me. Like he just comes off very as oh, I'm so posh.
Is it because of the South African accent?
No. It's just more of I'm so posh and guys, I'm just so fancy. I don't know. I
think you're getting this from his literal South African accent.
No, it's not.
You're literally talking about how posh he is.
No, but
because he sounds like
he just comes off he's better than everyone else, and I just don't. It's the same reason why I hate I'm basing my hate just based on public appearance, and he just seems just so obnoxious in person. I don't know.
Damn.
There's something about him. Just something about him irks me the wrong way. But I know I respect why people love him. I respect why people
I think he's good.
I don't know. He just always.
He's not as good as Jon Stewart.
No, he's not.
But you know who I fucking love? Talking about late night TV. Stephen Colbert before his late night show, The Colbert Report. Did you ever watch that as a kid?
I watched a couple clips in a history class.
The Colbert Report is one of the best pieces of satire ever aired on television.
Yeah.
I used to watch that shit when I was 10 years old with because my parents loved it, right? So I'd sit in there, it'd be late night, I don't know, 9 p.m. or something, past my bedtime, and I'd just be watching the Colbert Report. And I didn't understand a lot of it, but after once I grew up, I understand how perfect satire it is because it's literally like a Fox News show, like Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Dude, he's parodying Bill O'Reilly, and then he stays in character too.
I know.
He was
really funny.
He was really funny. Oh my god, it was so.
But
one time he had Obama on the show too. Where Obama did a segment. Oh my! It was just so great.
Another person for the same reason of that's why two birds with one stone. Kathy Griffin. I never could stand her when I was younger. And then the whole magazine cover with her like beheading Trump. Like, come on.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
She got like canceled out of that. She like had a magazine cover where she's like holds up this like mock head of like Trump, like bloody and like beheaded. And
That's
everyone agreed that it was just like really tasteless and really weird. Like, we get it. Like, again, it's just like late night TV to me became just like this thing where it's like, grr, we hate Trump. And it's like, yes, we do. But God damn it, just have some cool people on. We don't want to like close our night out.
I haven't watched late night TV in a while. Maybe they changed.
I just feel like, that's just not the way to close out, someone's day. It's just like raging about the current political state of the world. Like, over the country.
That's why Fallon does a good job. He keeps politics out of his thing.
Because Fallon just tries to have a good time.
His show kind of just feels like a party.
Exactly.
I think that's good.
I don't know. I mean, if you like those political shows, then great for you. That's awesome.
I think there is a place for shows like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's fine that it's slotted at like the late night section. Like shows like The Daily Show, or shows like I guess Last Week Tonight. No, it's like HBO kind of thing, like John Oliver's show, or stuff like that does like informative, like actual. This is what's happened. This is like a story, I think late night TV, something that happens really often with late night TV is that they fall into these patterns and these like,
algorithms.
I guess so. Yeah, that's just like unhealthy or like gets boring really fast. And I think that's what happened in the last 4 years or so.
No, in the Trump era, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that happens.
Like, that's why I applaud Fallon, because Fallon was at least fun with his stuff. Like, Fallon, I don't know. Like, I get it. The whole, he laughs at his own jokes. He I
hate Jamie Fallon's laugh. I'm sorry.
I know. No, like Smiling Friends did such a good. Smiling Friends did a great parody on him. Like, it was spot on. But like, I don't know. I just personally, unless you guys feel different, it's just like I don't feel like late night television is where you just go and spout political. Even today, it's like you just don't go. Like people don't want that. Unless
Next, you're going to tell me to keep politics out of my video games.
What'd you say?
Next, you're going to tell me to keep politics out of my video games.
Did you hear, speaking of, so I guess it's like 50 years since Pink Floyd released, like, what's it
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. And I
was listening to that last year, or yesterday.
They put the logo with it's like a 50, and then the O had a rainbow, and people on Facebook got mad for being woke. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, my God.
Brain damage.
Well, it's the same thing where like people got mad.
That's brain damage.
People got mad at like the Mario movie because of Rainbow Road. It's like, come on, bro. Get
real.
Get politics out of our kids' movies. Take your politics out of our kids' movies. God damn it.
The Pink Floyd one amazes me so much because you'd think that these boomers would know that the rainbow's a reference to Dark Side of the Moon. Do you listen to Pink Floyd at all?
I need to take a Pink Floyd pill. I was because in middle school the NPCs would listen to Pink Floyd, and I didn't want to be associated with the NPCs.
Boo. Okay, Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall, The Final Cut, Animals. They're all fucking.
The only thing I know about The Wall is Doug Walker, and Nostalgia Critic did everyone got mad at him for doing a review on The Wall or something like that.
Yeah.
What was the deal with that?
Okay, because he didn't understand it.
That's the most internet thing ever.
He didn't get it. He didn't get The Wall. The Wall's a concept out. It's not just an album. It's like a concept project. Like there's a movie that went with it. There was like a screenplay. There was like, the album, of course. The live shows were part of it. The album is basically like, okay, I'm gonna sum it up in like a sentence because it's way too long to talk. It's like a double album, right? Mm-hmm. It's huge. The Wall is basically Roger Waters, or like the character that represents Roger Waters, his dad dies in World War II. And after that, he builds this like metaphorical wall around himself. where it's like he doesn't let anyone in, and then it's about like taking down the wall, and then maybe if the wall is still there even after he takes it down. Very strange stuff. It covers a lot of topics.
That's crazy.
You need to listen to the
And
wall.
then-
You need to listen to Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon's just about being
Local white
insane.
man tears it down and says, "Rawr, it's not deep and provocative." Is that what Doug Walker basically did?
No. Doug Walker was like, he was complaining about, Roger Waters, he's too whiny on this. It's like, he's just being whiny,
Bro
like a
thinks
whiny
he's-
brat. It's
bro
like,
thinks
no,
he's
he's
Fantano.
not. Oh, Anthony Fantano's on my list of celebrities.
No. Let's go
Here's
into
the
your,
thing.
Let's go into your list.
All right. Anthony Fantano. Before I need to preface this, I respect him as a reviewer. I respect him as someone who listens to music and has opinions on music. I'm not going to criticize him for having an opinion on music, right? I don't have an issue with any of his opinions. What I have an issue with is how he's created an army of lookalike 17-year-old hip-hop Twitter using suburban living white kids that regurgitate like the same opinions over and over again, same unoriginal shit that makes my brain numb and makes me want to fucking die. Every time that I see a TikTok that's like, my music taste is Kanye and Tyler the Creator and Kendrick Lamar and
Death
oh
Grips.
wait, I don't just listen to hip hop. I listen to Frank Ocean. It makes me want to shoot myself. I'm like, there's so much. It's like
See,
you
like,
need help.
Here's the deal. Like, that's like basically my music taste. But like, I don't go and pretend I'm the shit for it. I don't go and pretend I'm like stand out.
Hip hop Twitter is a very
Oh, hip hop
terrible
Twitter is hilarious, bro.
Did you know that Pharrell has a secret producer tag? Chesco, did you know that the Beat Switch in Nights splits the album in half?
Shit, you just took a line out of my goddamn Blonde episode for Panther She Goes.
Did you know
It's so funny. I was just discussing
stupid.
I was just discussing the Nights shift with my friends last night.
God. If your friend group isn't discussing these three things, you need to find a better friend. Number 1, the Pharrell 4-count start. Number 2, the Nights Beat Switch.
Number 3, Frank Ocean is a rapper?
Did you know Frank Ocean can rap?
Did you know Frank Ocean can rap?
After the show, we'll end it. We'll play RAF.
Bicycle.
We'll play biking. We'll play RAF.
Dude, oh my God. Like, I feel you. He's like had a terrible influence with that. And now my friend is out here trying to get me. Mateo, I'm calling you out. He's like, oh, the Death Grips is the best. JPEG Mafia. And I'm like, Run the Jewels. I hate Run the Jewels, by the way.
Why? I don't understand why.
They sound like this is all their music. I went and put the shovel in the hole, and then I put the hole in the basket. And it's just like, I hate Run the Jewels. I had Tristan try to show me Run the Jewels. I couldn't do it.
Damn.
It sounds like auto text to music. But like if you
Filtered.
Didn't ask. But I don't like Run the Jewels.
Damn.
That's more of a music taste. But yeah, I agree. Fantano created a very toxic hip hop culture.
Mm-hmm.
And now Mateo's trying to make me say like Death Grips is like this like thought provoking band. I do like Guillotine though. I do like Guillotine. I do like that song.
Guillotine.
Okay.
That's how it's pronounced. Guillotine.
Fuck the French. I don't care what the French tell me. The French propaganda. I don't give a shit.
Speaking of hip hop, I have issue with Logic, the rapper.
He's my least favorite rapper.
Well, I like him or I dislike him for different reasons than you. We are not the same. I wrote a blog post about this.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
My issue with Logic, the rapper.
Are you gonna read it or?
I'm gonna summarize it.
Okay. If you guys are interested, check out the Jack Pauly blog.
Yes, go to jackandpauly.github.io. My issue with Logic is that I want him to succeed. Like, I want him to, like, I don't wish bad things upon his career, right? I want him to do well as, like, a hip-hop artist. But he's being held back by his own influences, and he's being held back by the fact that he is basically he's a hip-hop fan first, and he's a rapper second, is what I think. Like, in all of his songs, he's either emulating what his contemporaries do, so like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. He's just like doing exactly what they do.
Especially J. Cole.
Kanye too. Recently he's been trying to emulate Jay Dilla and A Tribe Called Quest a lot. I mean, he's been doing that since 2014. He just listens to. He's a hip hop listener first, and then after that, he's like, I can do that. Plus, I'm 1/4 black.
Plus, so I'm biracial. Yeah, that was a joke going on for a while. As people kind of caught on to him just saying how he was biracial in every single song.
He's only a 4th black. Do you know that? And he spouts the N-word like everything.
Oh, I thought he was half.
No, he's a 4th.
Oh my God! What?
and then also the biracial thing and his corny bars feed into this
lemon head, lemon pop. How many licks to lip a lemon drop? How many licks?
It feeds into this vicious cycle where haters will shit on his music, and then it opens the door for these terrible, cringe-worthy bars about the haters. So it goes from haters shitting on his music, and then him saying, I don't care about the haters, and then like dropping like really bad, uninspired bars, and then people hate on that, and it's just a cycle, and it's bad. What I will say, and my friend is a huge Logic fan, so he's giving me the whole rundown on this, right? What I will say, though, his album No Pressure is good. And the reason why it's good is because, A, it was going to be his quote-unquote retirement album, so that means he didn't have to really care about the haters.
He put it all, retiring. He put
B, he wasn't producing for himself. He had no ID produce for him, which means he can't just remake other people's beats and do that. He has someone else giving him beats, which good, right? That takes away one aspect of his unoriginality, and good for him on that. But then he unretired, and he's now making spotty music again. So. Good for him.
It's so funny because, like, Logic, there was this, like, dude at my high school where it was, like, we didn't really have popularity, but he was, like, the guy. And his whole personality was how he loved Logic. And I look back, I'm like, bro had terrible taste. Bro, like, tried to indoctrinate Logic into everyone. And it was just, like, he wasn't
fucked up.
That good. He's always been my least favorite rapper. I always thought it was really corny.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was really cheesy. I think actually while we're on the topic of music artists, I think you got to get the big one out of your way.
I was just about to do that.
Oh yeah. All right. Prepare yourselves.
So Spotify, God bless the app, has this feature where you can block artists like pages, and then like you block the artist, won't play the artist. Amazing. I have a couple artists blocked on Spotify. Kanye West blocked. I don't want to listen to him ever again. I have, like I said, Jimmy Fallon blocked because Spotify recommendations keeps pushing that dumb shit towards me. And I have Meghan Trainor blocked on Spotify.
And that's who you're talking about now?
Yep. Meghan Trainor makes, I think I wrote this down last night. I wrote, Meghan Trainor, bad, bland, Ross dress for less ass music.
Ross dress for less.
I think that's the best way you could put it.
That's so funny. That's just so spot on. I love Ross.
Ross dress, hey man, you can find some good stuff there.
Hey, Ross goes fucking hard.
But the music that you hear in there sounds like Meghan Trainor. Or Meghan Trainor sounds like the music that you'd hear in a Ross dress for less. Not a Ross dress for less.
She does not make good music.
No, she doesn't.
All About That Bass was like fun in middle school, and that's it.
Well, yeah, in middle school.
Because your mom would keep playing it all the fucking time.
No, my mom was bass. She would play Taylor Swift.
Oh.
She was part of the reason why I have You Belong With Me and Love Story just branded into my brain.
Stop it. That was your... Okay, you know what?
We'd come home from school and she'd have all these songs that we downloaded.
Your mom was the Swiftie.
Not really. Like, she knew a couple of Taylor Swift songs, and then we'd sing them together in the car.
See, because that's so funny, because people go to me and they just automatically assume. They're like, well, you had an older sister. You lived predominantly with women, because my brother was the only other guy in the house. Mm-hmm. It's like, you totally had to get into Taylor Swift. I said, no. I said, I think my sister hates Taylor Swift. Because, like, at least I like Taylor Swift. My sister hates Taylor Swift.
For what reason?
Annoying, doesn't like her music, thinks that she's just like my sister just has the biggest hate boner for Taylor Swift. Now, One Direction is etched into my brain.
Ooh,
you can sing
there you go.
play any One Direction song, and I will sing word for word for word. Because my sister raised me on One Direction. And but speaking of, can I get into my next celebrity?
Yes.
I do not like Harry Styles. I do not think that Harry Styles... I think Harry Styles is the equivalent of an industry plant where he thinks he could get everything just because he's famous. He cannot act for the life of him. He was okay in Dunkirk. He was not good in Don't Worry, Darling. He literally is so... He's a homewrecker. That's another thing. He ruined Jason Sudeikis' life, and we all love Jason Sudeikis because he's Ted goddamn Lasso. And he's just not... I'm sorry. His music is borderline. Not as bad as Meghan Trainor, but borderline Ross Dress for Less.
Not Ross Dress for Less. Maybe like Target.
And okay, you cannot go and tell me that sushi music for a sushi restaurant is this banger. Are you kidding me? That is the most Kmart Target song I have ever heard. And I don't know. He just doesn't, just a little bit of a sketchy guy. And I know people love him, but I feel bad saying this. And I think that people love him. And not everyone, but there's a good part of his fan base loves him because they were raised on One Direction and they have that. They're like, okay, we just migrate from that.
I don't think that's a bad thing though.
But he has good songs like Sign of the Times. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Sign of the Times. Beautiful song. Oh my God.
I don't think that the fact that his fan base comes from One Direction is a bad thing though. Because it's like, okay, just follow who you want to follow, you know? I'm not going to... You after One Direction broke up, you're not going to be like, okay, now you must listen to all the other music and you must find out which one you like. No, they're just going to listen to Harry Styles, which is good for them.
No, and that's their choice. But it's just I don't... One Direction over any of them. So, I'm sorry. Zayn is okay. Well, no, Zayn is not okay because he threatens women. But Pillow Talk was not that good. Pillow Talk was kind of corny, and I don't know why that song blew up. But can I continue just quick squeeze in of another pop star? I can't stand Dua Lipa. I'm sorry. I think mostly because my sister, she is very overplayed. Her music is just so...
Hey, my sister's listening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, Cesco should make you listen to One Direction so we can listen to One Direction together.
Yeah, Krista. Hell yeah. So but Dua Lipa just makes really basic pop music. And this is more of a personal thing. I do not. She just seems like a mean person. I don't know.
Really?
She gives this mean girl look. And everyone's like, oh, she just has the resting mean face. And I'm just like, she just gives off this vibe that she thinks she's better than everyone else just because her songs are played all the time. But that's the same reason why I don't like Trevor Noah. Is that just gives off this energy of I'm better than you. And you can't argue with me. And I don't know. It's just...
I don't mind Dua Lipa, but here's what I'll say. Being the resident pop bitch of Chapman Radio.
Yeah.
Let me give my pop opinions about Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa makes acceptable music, right? She makes very agreeable music, where it's just it's for mass appeal. Everyone can be like, oh yeah, I know this song. I like this song. It's not bad, right?
Do you like it?
But here's the thing, right? It appeals to the lowest common denominator, you know? Where it appeals to, of course everyone likes it because it's very formulaic, agreeable pop music, right? In the scope of pop music, however, I feel like you can listen to Dua Lipa, but it's a very entry point pop music where it's there are better things to listen to than Dua Lipa. You can spend your time, you can spend your valuable time listening to Charlie, Carly, even Taylor Swift.
Oh,
right?
Oh my God, any day.
Yeah, of course. These people are way better than Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa is just very... I hate using the word basic, but because I feel like it's been twisted
Used
too
to
much.
Death. Used
but
to death.
If there's any word to describe it, it's kind of basic. Which, all right. Jessica, how do you feel about Olivia Rodrigo?
I don't hate her. I actually think that she... I I think Sour is a very good album. I don't think it deserves. Now, no, I was saying that's just a hard pick of best new artist was her, Baby Keem, and like no shit, she was going to win it. But like I love Baby Keem. I love Baby Keem. But like, the whole thing with Olivia Rodrigo, I have no reason to dislike her. I think that like if anything, her music, it blew up for a reason. And I think that she's going
You're a theater kid. You should like Olivia Rodrigo.
Hey! No, I'm not a theater kid. I'm a kid who did theater. Okay?
Krista, you're listening. Is there a difference? Text me.
There is a difference. Mm-hmm. There is a huge difference. So, Olivia Rodrigo, there's a reason why she blew up. I mean, like, her songs are good, and a lot of people compared her to making songs that sound like Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. And, like, that's not a bad thing because, like, of course, Taylor Swift was always known as, like, the heartbreak anthem maker. And, like, I think Olivia Rodrigo is going to come in and take that or, like, stand with her on that position. Mm. And she is kind of the start of how I feel a new wave of artists that are influenced because now people that are influenced by Taylor Swift are now at that age where they have knowledge about making music and how to make music. Like they're getting into their teenage years and adult years. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where she's heading. And I actually expect her to blow up. I honestly expect her to like be at the level of Taylor Swift, and she deserves it. She made a good album.
Here's the thing about, I'm specifically going to talk about Sour. Well, first, Olivia Rodrigo.
No, Happier. She put her whole heart into that song. I love Happier.
Here's the thing. Olivia Rodrigo. Does she have the best voice? No.
No.
No, she doesn't. Does she have the best songwriting? It's good
songwriting. It's good.
It's sometimes, right? It's like kind of she's getting there, right? Which is fine. She's early in her career. It's fine. Sour, it was a good record, but I grew out of it very fast. Like it was one of the fastest records I grew out of because I listened to it and then after a while it's just like I rather just listen to Taylor Swift.
Interesting.
Which
I have a lot of
there are some good songs on there, but it's just like I'd rather listen to Paramore instead of Good For You.
Oh.
You're telling me you listen to Good For You over any Paramore song?
Maybe.
You haven't even listened to Paramore.
Ain't it fun? Living in the real world.
Listen to Self-Titled. Listen to Riot.
You are literally Drew from Yandhi memes. Your entire personality is just Drew from Yandhi memes.
No, I'm not.
Lancey Fox, Magdalena Bay.
Lancey Fox? I haven't listened to Lancey Fox.
Charlie XCX. Bro.
Just say that I have a more diverse music palette than you, mister.
Based. That's the thing is that like Tristan's friend was listening to our first show and he's like, is this co-host Drew from Yandhi memes? And it was so funny.
You guys see one person that has a diverse music taste. You're like, Jack must be him. You guys.
It's kind of scary how similar your guys' tastes are, though. But like, yeah, I think Olivia Rodrigo has a lot coming for her, and I wish her the best. I think she's
I wish her the best. Same thing with I'm gonna touch on this really briefly, and then we'll go into our top 3 white people.
Yeah.
Same thing with Billie Eilish. I like Billie Eilish, right? Good person, good artist. But what I don't like about her is how her music is produced and how it comes out. Because her entire career, she's been working with her brother. And then all the music that they make together kind of sounds the same. Like on her new record... Now, Callie's going to come after my ass for this, right? On her new record...
Luckily, she's not listening right now.
Yeah. Every song is just like, there's the slow part for the first half, and then the drums coming in the second half. I feel like when I was listening to that record, I was like, this is just it. Okay. Right? However, I wish her the best, and I cannot fucking wait until Billie Eilish goes experimental. Because... If anyone in this new crop of artists is going to go experimental and do experimental shit with their music, it's going to be Billie Eilish, and it's going to sound cool.
I just feel like she really experimented with Happier Than Ever because she was like, and my former roommate put it best, where that's why people didn't like it was because she was always like this little devil child. That was like her persona. And now she's like, comes out as someone who's been through a lot and is willing to talk about that. And like, I respect her for that. And that's why I like, my girlfriend loves Happier Than Ever. That's why Pauly was calling her out. But like, loves that entire album. And like, I understand why. Like, it's a very heartfelt and it's a little experimental. Not the most experimental, but it's a little. She went out of her comfort zone, and I don't know why people hated it. But yeah, I mean, it's funny that we got to talk about pop stars. I'm trying to think if there's. I don't really know. There's no other pop stars that I really dislike. I feel like they're all kind of on good standing. I just don't like when they're overplayed. I think Mitski hate is really funny. The other day, Twitter was tearing apart Hobo Johnson. I don't know if anyone remembers Hobo Johnson from like 2019. And that was hilarious because the most toxic ex that I had, the one that cheated on me at a Claro concert, was like a crazy Hobo Johnson fan. But I will say, all his Sex in the City by Hobo, it's not that bad. It's not that the instrumental is really good. I will say that. The instrumental gives off that city vibe that he goes for in the song. But, like, he's not that good.
All right. Top 3 white people. Do you have your list?
Off the top of my head, and there's definitely... I'll just list them all right now.
Dead or alive?
Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton.
That's number 1.
Bryan Cranston, Tom Hanks. Dolly Parton...
No Mac Miller? Unfortunate.
Oh, fuck! Oh!
Because my top 3 are Tom Hanks.
Well, I was thinking okay, shit. Well, I mean, Mac definitely is there, but I'm talking about, like, I think I went for a more older people approach.
Oh.
But, like, because older people have the more baggage to hide, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, like, Dolly Parton is just a sweetheart. Like, she chooses not to be like, she makes so much money, but she chooses not to be a billionaire because she feels that it's, like, immoral. Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty based, and she donates all her money. And, like, I don't know. This has always had a heart of gold. Bryan Cranston has come. I've always loved Bryan Cranston. I watched Malcolm in the Middle before. Hot take. He's kills both roles, but he's better in Malcolm in the Middle than he is in Breaking Bad.
Really?
But they're both 10 out of 10 performances. But like, I enjoy him and Malcolm in the Middle more because he's just so, like, he has such a wider range of like his emotions that it shows how incredible of an actor that he is.
I love that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where he teaches his son how to skate.
Yeah. But Bryan Cranston is just, and the reason why I woke up late this morning, I spent an hour last night watching just Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul friendship videos. I think their friendship is so adorable. They have such a cute bromance.
Bro's making fan cams.
And third one is Tom Hanks. I feel like that's obvious.
Fuck.
He's just
Tom Hanks is my pick.
You talk about Tom Hanks, but it goes without saying he's got a heart of gold. And like the reason why he was like the worst part of the Elvis movie because he played the villain. He can't do a villain. He's known as and like the original reminds me of the original Toy Story where like Woody was supposed to be. Your sister would probably know about this.
Well, I love Toy Story. That's like Toy Story 2 is one of my favorite animated movies.
Man, but like the whole thing is like the original Toy Story, Woody was supposed to be
villain.
like an ass,
yeah.
And like you see the beta test, like the beta test. You see like the early screening footage, and you just can't watch it because it's just like. You can't see Tom Hanks doing that. But like him and I watched Forrest Gump the other night.
Yes!
Oh my
yes!
God.
Okay, here, let me
Mr. Rogers, what oh my God.
Let me crack down on my
Saving
quiz.
Mr. Banks is underrated as hell. I will defend that movie for all time. And he killed the role of Walt Disney. He killed the role. That is like the perfect actor to put as Walt Disney.
All right. Here we go. Top 3 white people. I'm going to go from number 3 up.
Okay.
Number 3, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
Gotta have Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
Number 2, Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Because I fucking love this guy.
Tim Burrow.
Tim Burrow?
Burrow.
Joe Burrow. His name's Joe Burrow.
I just know the really Mid Cudi song by.
God. This guy said Tim Burrow.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
I hope Seth and Will aren't listening.
No, they aren't. Josh Allen. He's like this 6'4", 250-pound quarterback who plays with so much heart. I love him. He's like a child playing on like the playground when he's like playing when you see him play. Because he'll be like...
He's on the Bills?
Yeah, he's on the Bills. He'll like hurdle over, like he'll like scramble and hurdle, literally jump over other people. And he's like 6'4", which is fucking insane. He's huge. Love Josh Allen. Number one, Tom Hanks. And a lot of that is because of Forrest Gump, my favorite movie of all time. Did Forrest Gump make you cry?
It got close.
Many times.
It made... I know.
It makes me cry many times. Like every time I watch it. I have a list of times that it makes me cry.
You know what scene almost got me?
What?
Was Lieutenant Dan coming to the wedding.
Yes.
Almost got me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and seeing him on the...
with his wife?
The wife in the prosthetic. Oh my... Like, and that movie... I think I watched it at a really good time.
You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I know.
He's like same things they used to build the space shuttle.
Like, I think, like, to get a little personal, like, recently I got shot down for my dream internship. I made it to the final round. I tried really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie's message of just, like, destiny has its own
Did you read
way.
my blog post?
No, I haven't.
Fuck
yet.
off. Come
But
on.
I promoted it. I've been busy
Come
this
on.
week.
How come you haven't read it?
But
you told me you watched Forrest Gump. You have to read it now.
I know. But, like, that movie's message...
That's your homework. You need to read my blog post.
I will. But, like, that movie's message of, like, life has a way of bringing it to...
I have a list of... I don't know if you can see this on the camera. Parts in Forrest Gump that make me cry. Number one. And this is when I wrote about this in my blog post. This is when I decided Forrest Gump was my favorite movie, when it made me cry this one time. And this is great because you've actually watched the movie now.
Yeah.
And you've watched it recently. When Forrest is a kid and the kids on bikes are chasing him and Jenny tells him to run and he breaks his braces off and runs, it made me cry. It was like not like sad. It was just like tears of joy. It was like beautiful. And the score too is insane, right? That part made me cry. When Bubba died, spoilers for Forrest Gump. When Bubba dies, and he dies in Forrest's arms, and he goes, "Forrest, why did this happen? I want to go home." It made me cry. I'm tearing up right now just thinking of it. He's like, "I want to go home."
I know.
When
Forrest says after, where he's like,
"You got shot."
Oh
my God. When Forrest meets Jenny in DC and they run into the pool. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When Jenny tells Forrest that Forrest Jr. is his kid, right? And then the first thing that Forrest Gump says is he's stumbling around. He's like, is he, because he's asking like, is he like stupid like him? Like, did he inherit that from him? That's the first thing he's concerned about, is if the kid is slow like he was, right? And Jenny says, no, he's not, right? And then last part here, last bullet point I have. When Forrest is talking to his son, about his son to Jenny's grave, and Forrest starts tearing up and he goes like, he's so smart. He's such a smart kid. Because the entire movie, Forrest is, he is aware that he is below average IQ, but he never says it. You know?
Yeah.
He's aware. He knows it, but he doesn't talk about it. And then this is like the part where he's actually like talking about it.
It's a beautiful movie.
Beautiful movie. Made me cry multiple times.
I think, yeah. Like, it's just, I'm so glad.
Tom Hanks, number one white guy.
It's just like, I don't know, like personally, and like, you know how upset I've been with this whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, just like, that movie is it's like, you know, you'll find your way in life. It's just like,
yeah.
It really, I watched it at a really nice time.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I know a lot of people hate that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Mateo says that's what his opinion on the best movie of all time is.
Oh, good.
Mine is, it's second best. Shawshank Redemption is number 1.
Ooh,
I think it has the best ending.
So good. Oh, it has such a good ending.
It has the best. That ending made
I need to read the book.
Oh.
Shawshank Redemption's ending is really good.
That is my opinion for best movie of all time.
That movie also made me cry. But we won't get into that. We're running late on time. Do we want to wrap things up?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to us going on a tirade of hatred. Next week is the last week of interterm. What do we want to do?
Shit. We'll play that afterwards. What do we want to do next week?
Yeah.
Oh, how about we do trivia for each other? We write questions about, this is one of the ideas that I have written down. We write questions about video games or music artists or songs or stuff like that, and we give it to each other. Another idea is if we had like a third person on, and the third person would be like the person giving us the questions, like the game show host or something.
Maybe.
That was an idea.
We have ideas.
We have ideas. So the show's not ending now.
We said the show's gonna end. We're running it dry.
The show will end when we're out of ideas.
When we get to a point where we do not have an idea for the following week, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Hope we were able to cheer you guys up. And
thank you for listening to. Thank you for listening to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jack and Chesco in the morning.
But yeah.
Have a great Sunday. Take care.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.